Cojiform bonsai are irregular but harmonious compositions that can be built in an endless range of variations. For this video, I don't recommend you try to build along with me. Instead, just sit back and absorb the general process and some tips and philosophy that I'll share. There's no right or wrong way here, and the main challenge is one of balance, both literally and aesthetically. When creating bonsai, it's good to start with some stability down in the roots. If you need to review how the L and S parts can interact, there's a separate video covering that. Although I am going roughly step by step here, this isn't intended as a pattern for you to follow. Instead, after you watch this video, I suggest turning off any devices so you can concentrate on creating your own unique specimen. Building a bonsai invites deep focus on how the parts can fit, balance, and support each other. You also need to use your hands in careful and intentional ways. This process can be very calming and brings out the mindfulness aspect of Cojiform. Listening to music while you build is good, but remove other distractions if possible. When building a bonsai, you may experience the total collapse of your composition. This is normal, so try not to view it in a negative way, even if this happens several times. When the composition does collapse, this teaches you about the limitations of the system, causing greater focus regarding how the forms can be fitted for stability. But beyond that, the inherent instability of Cojiform is an invitation to think about embracing limitations. Sometimes people have suggested that I put magnets into these forms, or change them so they hook together more securely. But I don't really view the instability as a problem to be fixed. Instead, I see it as an inherent quality of the forms that should be enjoyed. My methods and expectations need to change, rather than the forms needing to be fixed. This idea can be useful in many life situations. Some factors are not problems to spend time trying to fix, but instead fundamental conditions that need to be embraced or even celebrated. Perhaps you've begun to see why I call these types of compositions bonsai. Both actual bonsai and Cojiform bonsai are steeped in wabi-sabi, a term from Japanese aesthetics that centers on the acceptance of transience and imperfection. Wabi-sabi is associated with asymmetry, austerity, and intimacy. To quote author Richard Powell on the subject, "Nothing lasts, nothing is finished, and nothing is perfect."